Okay, we go again. This time, rank 1 player in the world, 3,300 MMR, nearly halfway to 3,400, right? Pretty close to the cap. 77 and 41. He used to have an insane win record. It's the bald head. Used to think he was nuts, then I found out he was a dirty duo queue abuser. And his duo queue also a top 5 player, as in Rat Milk, 86.45. So the win rate's pretty similar. 200 MMR above is the bald head. I feel like it's an attack on me. But they are duo queue going ham. And what I'll try to do, honestly, I'm just going to load into this one right here, straight up. And it's going to be a 2-in-1 special. So it's not actually just the bald head, because it's also Rat Milk as well. Every game they play together, essentially. You know, look how disgusting. It's disgusting. When is a non-meta pick being played? You know? I'd say like that whole page right there warrants a ban. I'm not gonna lie. Humbats I think is incredibly good because of these 3 items that he has built here. Once again, he seems to be doing it quite often. Like Jotun's Trans Hydras. Jotun's Trans Hydras, Jotun's Trans. No Hydras here, but still a Jotun's build. Doesn't seem to go Hydras. He gives the Heartseeker Crusher onto Kamazots. That's completely fine. I can't look at the Bold Heads builds or anything, or match history. It's a hidden profile, unfortunately. Here again, Jotun's Hydras. No Transcendence this game. He likes to go Rage on Thana. He likes getting Trans on Darji and Hunbats. He gets Trans on Susano as well, but let's hop in. We'll hop into his most recent game. There's no bias or anything. He goes 10, 4, and 14 on Hunbats. That's the only slash line I know. Actually, let's see. I'll show you guys how I actually do it. Like all I do, right? You click that, copy paste here, slash replay, put it in, and then hope it works. And there we go. Ooh, it's a good game. Guys, it's a good game. Bald Head, rank 1. Rat Milk, duo queue, abusing, right? Rank 4. Crim was on par to have an insane Grandmasters appearance, being 33 and 7. Now I think it's like, 32 and 2, I think he may have been on this account. But now I think he is close to 33 and 7. But, you know, that's like 18 hours ago, I'm thinking. I don't know if he's played. Or maybe it's even 24 hours ago. I don't know if he's played in the last couple of days. Asian and Gumbo, no clue. On the other side, Benny Spooks, and God of Macro. Damn, dude. Is God of Macro unfortunate? I reckon they had to ban out God of Macro, to be honest, because God of Macro, if you didn't know, the genesis, the originator, not the originator, but the perfecter of PvE Chronos, of PvE Mercury, PvE Shibbolonke, PvE Wheelix. So, honestly, this game, even though these guys are duo queue abusing, I'm going to keep saying that, by the way, Rat Milk and Bald Head, they are duo queue against, it looks like it's Benny Q solo. That's fucking tough. And then this Apotheosis guy is the mid laner. Unsure who that is, unsure if it's a Smurf, but we will see how this game goes. Hopefully it's a solo side focused game. And as I said before, we will be swapping between these two. Press control, press spacebar, flip the map. That way we are able to focus as if we are the red team. When it comes to builds, it's a Mystical Male Rush, I'm guessing, from the Bald Head on Kakullan. Completely fine. Weird to go multi-pots as Kakullan, I'm not gonna lie. I think just 4 HP pots is I don't know. I don't know why you do multi-pot. It does still kind of convert to HP 5, but not enough, right? We have Boomba's Hammer, probably. Oh, I didn't swap these guys over. My bad. Boomba's Hammer for the Rat Milk. Crim doing a pretty standard Conduit Chronos Rush build here. That's fine. Death's Toll. This patch we have to keep in mind. Death's Temper just got mega buffed. I'll put a screenshot of Death's Temper here. And what I will do is, I need a piece of paper when I make these videos because I always forget of timestamps. So we'll just chuck that down here. Death's Temper. What else was buffed? Mid camps got slightly reduced, so it's easy to kill for mid laners. Hebo should probably have the advantage over the Atlas with the HP reduction of the mid camps. Cerberus buffed. Death's Temper buffed. I'm unsure too much. I haven't actually read them with intent. I've just kind of skimmed over it. Ooh, unlucky for Krim. But we'll watch the laning phase of Kakullen. Actually, I think there should be a dominant lane phase here. Also dominant in mid is Rat Milk. But we should kind of make it a 60-40 split of Bald Head versus Rat Milk. And we might go to the sky a bit more this game. Because we want to watch two people in action. Sounds like a dodgy movie title, but let's not talk about that. Should be a free win here for Kakullen. Benny trading. Honestly, I think the Kakullen kind of griefed. I'm not going to lie. No 3. Like, really late push. Definitely should have pushed Benny into the wave and collateral. He allowed Benny to get some collateral. And while, yes, the Kakullen still wins the trade, King Arthur has no... King Arthur fucking sucks, dude. I'll say it. King Arthur is not good right now, and I think Kakullen's one of the better solo laners right now. Even with, remember, Bluestone was used, not Axe. If it was Axe, I'd say it's even more impressive, but King Arthur's so... shit. We do get a kill. And we may... I'm going to take it up to the skies now. I've just gone back in time, right? We'll watch Rat Milk go. It looks like it's just a bait. Get rid of the trees. I'm sorry. So Serket Blink is down. Serket no beads into Hum. That's quite hard to do. And then... sorry, my bad. This is good because it also lets me know if you guys want third person or... he just knocked up on the tower. That's just more luck, to be honest. Well, you know, it is still a mistake, but... Rat Milk wasn't really the biggest reason for that kill. That was more so the Hebo. I did just look away because I thought there's no way Atlas dies. I should have stayed there. So Kakullen now has TP advantage as well as continued pressure onto Arthur. And will this be a double mid camp here? No way. He needs to back. Look at Gold in hand. 1146. Wow, that's crazy. I have a song called 1146. And everywhere I look, I see that fucking number, bro. But it's a good enough power spike to back. He should have tier 2 Cudgel here. Cudgel? It's not Cudgel. Tier 2 Mace. And then he's able to back at 750 for that Jotun, so it's an easy back timer. This is insane by Serket to even attempt this. Level down. Your own camps are up. This also puts right mids at risk, but I don't think it's going to happen. If he tunnel visions here, I think it's really poor, but it could be a really good blue angle here. Cullen rages at the perfect time. Not really the perfect time, but just at a really good time, right? And he's a level up on Serket. Oldhead doesn't seem to be interested. Rat Milk goes back to mid. And if I was Cram, I would be soloing these camps, I'm not going to lie. Maybe not, because Rat Milk was gunning it back to this double camp. Rat Milk here has the opportunity to full clear right side jungle, but he's going to go left. We'll check his gold in hand. And he is able to back after this blue buff for the 750 power spike for Jotuns. Completely fine. Which means that he's not really wasting too much GPM, XPM by coming to left side, because he's going to reset anyway, get his Jotun spike. And because he's resetting and he's probably going to be farming his speed camp, we're going to go over here with Bald Head. Honestly, I thought this game would be a lot more high octane, a lot more crazy bloodthirsty. One thing I do want to point interest into is that he is a blinkless Humbats. He's gone beads. I think in this matchup of Serket versus Humbats, the person who gets beads and like bites the bullet should be the winner of the two. Right? Pretty standard, but Rat Milk comes over here. He gets the ult onto both players. I know it was only like one frame. That was kind of clutch by the Ares to get the kill there. Really griefed by Maui to even walk forward, to be honest. He doesn't really accomplish much by walking up. Oh my god, there's action everywhere. What we'll do do a quick little speed up. Watch him. The path he took, it just happened to be a perfect circumstance. Just as easy as it comes, right? And then we'll quickly come over to Bald Head. Get rid of that for a second. Benny looks like he's about to just get double ulted. King Arthur. That looks like a lot of tilt. Can't even clear the wave, man. Like, God sucks. So, Hachiman refused to beads in Toy Lane. Interesting. That he should have just beads and horsed away. But chooses not to. Unsure as to why. Hachiman's able to make those... Let's let them farm. Hopefully they just farm. But we come over here to Toy Lane here. If Hachiman is at this tower line and he does beads... Actually, let's get rid of that first. If an ADC is at this tower line and he beads, most of them will die anyway, eventually, to a gank. Or, you know, there's a high risk, a high probability of dying. Hachiman eliminates that with his horse. Against most matchups. Obviously, you know, if it's a Thor, if it's someone with an insane chase down potential, like a Thanatu or Thanault or any kind of global, yes, they can catch the horse. But in this case, as a Hachiman into a Humbats, he should be able to bead and ult away pretty easily. It was weird that he chose to hold on to the beads. Honestly, Benny being level 7, quite surprising. This lane is stomped. It is completely over. Super helpful there to get that. I know it's only a small bit of XP, but it's better than not getting it and continuing to bleed out. Alright, Glad Shield online for the Arthur. Mystical online for the Cuckoo. Brat Milk also has his Jotuns one item away from being full build Humbats. That's not true at all. I don't know why I said that. But I think Humbats right now in this stage, strongest on the map. I'll give him that category. Outside of Solar Lane. We'll cut Solar Lane out of this conversation. Humbats is strongest on the map. If he has ult. A lot of conditions there. But good ward coverage by red team. Although, you know, you'd kind of see this if you were behind. Or I'd encourage it if you are behind. But... Max, kind of good timing. Alright, flat pen option as the Tiki Mask. Pretty lucky. Honestly, decent totems. Everyone, this team does not really need purple Tiki at all. And speaking of purple Tiki, little sneaky invade. I would expect less. Oh, expect nothing less from the King of Macro. But on the other side, nice vertical jungling by both junglers. Red Milk able to get a lot here actually if this is a purple invade. That won't be. There's still a decent amount of time. Does he buy anything on that shop? He does have tier 2. On a macro he does get a kill, but he's not a character we're concerned with this game. That's gotta hurt. Even if like that ult honestly doesn't really do too much, but the HP diff. Oh no, I'm missing. I'm talking about someone who's not a main character, bro. Honestly, the vision by red team is kind of criminal for a ranked game. Does he just bait the Hebo's life again? Looks like he does. Oh, bad combo. Ends up working. Barely. Has to beads. Honestly, I think it's a pretty crazy 3 by Hebo, but Grim kind of playing in a way that he himself has to do everything. That's how you play ranked. He's not going to wait for the Humbats CC, he's going to just insta 3, get as much damage off as he can. Crazy momentum from the Circuit though, she went flying. That's kind of crazy by Humbats to do that with no mana, that's just stupid. Alright, I want to see a reset here from both of them. How much money is Kakullan holding? He's going to greet it. Definitely going to greet it. Yep, King Arthur's dead. Not even close. Yeah, he's just going to die eventually. There we go. Sucks that he gets that kill. He was at 1800, now he's at 22. Will he buy just a 2200 item? Well, honestly... Damn, that's awful. What's he doing? He could have stayed for this wave, taken a wave, and then gotten this full. What's he done? But I guess he's playing for tempo. No, it's dog shit. Actually, it's just dog shit. What? Not even waiting 50 gold for a full item? Not even, like, eating the tier 2 circumstance and buying full TP? And he already has Chalice, but, like, that's awful play, honestly. It's only a small decision to be made, but it's so inefficient. Not a fan. Serket gets out by the skin of her teeth. Bad rotation here by Cream, in my opinion. Why is someone who's supposed to be really good at this game not shoving this wave in before rotating? Plat rotation, but because it is... It's not even low wheeler, remember this top ladder. Hachi and Ares just getting absolutely destroyed, bro. Krim gets paid for the inefficiency. Spook's kind of shitting it up, I'm not gonna lie. Very unfortunate. Clear the wave. What is going on? Allergic to money. Ooh, really? Alright, I like this by Atlas.
Retreat now.
Dude, this Serket, he just needs a tiny bit of help. Serket just needs the smallest bit of bit of help right there. That's criminal. We'll go over to Boldhead. See him collapsing. I'm gonna manually drive. I'm sorry. Serket ends up dying to Hebo. There we go. This is what I expected from minute 2, right? All this shit fighting, crazy stuff. Ratmilk just running to a HP bar. Doesn't really care about macro. Doesn't care about mid camps. He decides he does care about mid camps. And that mid wave, potentially. Mid wave, potentially? No, he's just going to let his support clear it? Guys, honestly, if your mid lane is dead, clear the fucking mid wave. If they're dead for a long time. Like, Krim's still dead. Take the chest. Take... What are we thinking about him? What's up with this lag? I don't mind if they gave that up due to it not spawning fast enough. One thing that's kinda happening. Oh. Honestly, really good discipline by Serket to leave instantly. Nearly got insane value. Like, if Hunbats didn't hit that ult, there's potential for this to turn. But because he's been poked out, there's not too much he can do. Ares with the TP. Great TP by Ares, to be honest. Beads forced. Cullen pulled in. Maui ult forced. I think this is completely fine if I'm Ares. I'm pretty happy with this fight so far. But here comes Krim coming in. Maui. Fight super separated. Krim now in a 1v3 situation. We're not going to watch the Maui. Will Krim be able to get anything of value? He does get the ult off. Remember, Atlas is the mid laner. The Ratmilk comes back and hits Ares. These guys are top 5 players, by the way.
Killing spree.
Who? What? Oh, here he is. Kakulin TP back. Ratmilk gets the kill. Undeservedly, by the way. Super undeservedly. Is Atlas able to deter the Kakulin? Good peel by Atlas. And the shit fight's over. What an insane time. And what an insane buy. Wow. Interesting. This is a 1050 item. Super cheap. Breastplate, super good tier 2 item. But it's also 1150 to buy tier 2 shield, which is what he was sitting on, right? So why would he not just finish the item? Is he uncertain if he wants to get crit defense? That could be the option. Waiting for Spectral to come online. If against crit. If not against crit, he's able to do something else. Doesn't really need contagion this game, so it is a breastplate angle, weirdly enough. Second item, Book of Thoth by the Atlas. Second item, Book of Thoth by the Hebo also. Very interesting. King Arthur gets some ults. Jumping in. Using your mobility is quite bad. Not gonna lie. Using it all willy-nilly like this. Therefore, the jump's only just coming up. So what was that downtime of him just waiting in the jungle? He's just waiting for his jump cooldown to come back up. He's able to just walk forward if he doesn't jump. You know what I mean? Just continuously walk forward. And it does work, and you could say, yeah, it's not that big of a deal to jump in, but what if he jumps to the fight, and then he just doesn't have jump when he gets there? Like, you'd rather just walk there, take the extra 2 seconds, and have the jump available, but I don't know what you expect when you vest the God of Macro to be able to gank solo on cooldown without a Gold Fury. You're joking yourself, to be honest. You are joking yourself. Now, this is why I think Jotun's Hydra's Trans is so good. He's going to have an insane amount of pen and like full cooldown, full power. All of them have like mana on them. They're all feeding the Transcendence. Disgusting 3-item core on most junglers, right? I know the other day we watched Prodigy, and he didn't do this build. He did a Golden Blade build on Thanatos, which I think is kind of crazy. If you want some attack speed on Thanatos, I honestly think Crimson Claw's perfect first item for him. 50 power off the bat, you already have Pen and Kit, but we're not talking about Thanatos this game. We're actually talking about Humbats and Cucullin. So far, Gumbo getting stomped since his 3-0 lane phase. I'd say that the 3-0 lane phase was attributed to that early gank from Humbats, but he's kind of given away the lead. Maui gets crippled out of his jump. Just gets to jump again. How crazy is that? Good chase down onto Hebo. Good heal by Maui. Disgusting CC chain. What happened to that CCR? Oh, sorry, DR. I wonder if, I don't wonder. Let me rephrase after this fight. We'll talk about Combat Salt and why it's so sick in comparison to other CCs. That was a good dive. Honestly, the blue team just trickling in and going in and in and in after someone's unfortunately died to a decent punish, right? Great tanking by both tanks. Resetting is kind of troll by Maui. Any DPS is fine here. But when the CC got changed to the game to reapply after beads, burns, or CC immunities, things like that, kind of mean Humbats ult's disgusting. Even if you walk into it. Honestly, it's always kind of been that way with Humbats ult because it's such a short 0. Is it 0.7? We'll have a little look. 0.2. I had the 75. Reduced 0.25, 0.75, but at 0.25, it's just a reapplication of CC. So as soon as your beads, like the frame your beads is over, you're getting feared anyway. But because it's also such a short cooldown, DR doesn't have such a big effect on it, because if you're going to take a percentage of 0.25, it's nothing. It's going to be right back. Refresh the CC cooldown anyway. Possible to get DR'd. CCR also kind of useless into Humbats ult. Serrated Edge, I'm guessing here. Like I said, I look at that Smite Guru page just for the match replay, and then I'm just like guessing. Also, I do get that you guys can't see too much in this F2 page here, which is unfortunate. Like you can't see the Serrated Edge, but I fit snug in this F1 page. Cullen gets engaged on, is the Bald Head able to turn? To blink Humbats ult, Serket looks like she's doomed. Is it a 1 for nothing? There's no way that blue team is able to win this fight. That's a 2 for nothing. Our main characters are dead. Blue team needs to transfer this elsewhere. Honestly, against a Hebo comp, you probably need to reset fire. Or reset do something. Fire is actually not too greedy, in my opinion. Reset fire is quite good here. But, alas, this is only like, you know, the top 50 players in America in a lobby together. You would think that a tiny bit of macro would be somewhere other than this circuit, but no. Spook's finally coming back to the slowest Gold Fury in the world, not an FG. Reason for FG not being done? I don't see it. Definitely FG angle. If you have some cojones, bro. See? God of Macro had the right idea. Going to the left side of the jungle. But everything way too slow. And, honestly, just overstaying in door lane after the fight. Pretty unfortunate. What do you expect once again from a ranked lobby? Gold is 51 to 51. Even Stevens, some would say. Here comes the bald head, one of the main characters. Ares is fucked if they somehow don't miss him. Good continuation, honestly. Remember, you see an Atlas and you think the fight's over. Crim turned around, but it is a mid laner, so really good continuation of the dive. Benny doing some work in the back by the looks of it. Killing group. Crim, sorry. So one thing I do want to note is that these guys are rank 1 in NA and maybe rank 3 in NA, but definitely both in the top 5 in the world, right? So, you can just duo queue and shit fight your way to rank 1. There's like quite low quality games going on right now. Like it's just the weirdest thing ever. Like this is the top of the ladder. And to me it looks like Depression served on a silver platter. You know what I mean? It's a 20-minute game. If you look at the kills, there's 35 in 20 minutes. It's just pure arena, pure constant fighting, right? Very, very rough. You know, 56 to 56 essentially. You know, we'll round that up, we'll round that down. Only one Gold Fury done in 20 minutes. And a lot of mass wipes too. Like, what's going on in mid? Who is that? That's Crim. Getting dove, gets pulled back. Just bolts away. Ratmilk able to get a 3-man ult. So now 2 red members have to back. These guys, blue team, if they peel away from the bald head, the super compelling. Atlas falls down. Does bald head also fall down? Definitely should. Nice. We're going to come back to Ratmilk here. 50% HP. Staying on the map, not backing Crim. Someone with actual comp experience. Backs when he's low. Doesn't have the resources to make more than 2 plays, alright? So what's the point of staying? The reason I'm talking about this is if Ratmilk and also his mid laner who's a plat shitter. Obviously Crim isn't a plat shitter. But if everyone decided to play like, you know, rank 4 in the world, you'd be fucked. Everyone would be 50% at all times. Like imagine if Hebo was low here. He'd be dead. He'd honestly be dead if he stayed on 50% HP. Or you're unable to contribute, so you just run around farming and not able to do anything. Which is why, you know, you don't even need to be crazy good to be top of the ladder, right? And there's no BM. It's just factual that, like, they're just perma winning games. Like, they are permanently winning games due to picking either super pressure gods like Thanatos and Tsukiyomi, or maybe they play Daji. Daji is disgusting, and Humbat's kind of like a budget Daji, right? Very hard to mess up a Humbat's game. And honestly, if I coach anyone how to jungle, Humbat's is the one god I recommend straight out of the bat. Very hard to be ineffective as Humbat's. Alright, Baldhead gets his blue, his build. You aren't able to see it. I might make myself a tiny bit smaller for you. There you go. Arc Druids, Pridwind, Glad Shield. You know, super, super strong. Great build. Bluestone is online also. Brooch will do a lot of work, especially into this Atlas. Very easy for him to get on top of Atlas, and Atlas having to dash away means he's useless. The return potential onto the Cucullin also really low from this mid lane Guardian. So it's a pretty good Cucullin game if there is someone who can't really space too well, like an Atlas, right? Other examples are obviously like Anubis or any other melee range gods. Hebo gets engaged on. Maui jumps over the wall. Hebo, Aegis is on 1 HP. We can't see anything. That's with the UI turned down as well. We're going to swap from Rat Milk over to Cucullin. Full build, double bluestone Cucullin. Look, he's taken 0 damage. Nice. The duo Q on the back line. Yeah, I don't know necessarily about going on Hachiman. It was the lore of the two, but he has 0 escape. I mean, Atlas has 0 escape potential in comparison. But they do get Hachiman ult, which is a resource that they can abuse here if there is a fire. Contest by the double backline of blue team. Oh yeah, I doubt these guys come forward. A bomb for secure. He finally has the back brain. Honestly, 10, 2, and 5 is the Cucullin. He's had a great laning phase. Look, honestly, laning phase went okay, but he didn't play it incredibly well, especially wave 1. It's just that Benny played it insanely poorly. Like, insanely bad. Which could be a mental factor, not gonna lie. But these team fights against this this comp, there's nothing that they can actually do. In my opinion, Cucullin doesn't really care about Atlas Chains. Because by every fight, Cucullin's going to be able to blink in, get his engage off, get his effectiveness off. And if Ares does chain him, he just doesn't care. If he ults, he's able to ult again with Rage. Disgusting God. Ooh, bit of frame dipping. So one thing I will say about Rat Milk, Baldhead, Duo Q, and watching their games through multiple different avenues, right? Either watching on their team or against them. Similar to most smart players in the world, their siege phase sucks, right? The way that they play sieges is the way that they play Gold Fury fights, the way that they play mid-tower fights, the way that they play Smite in general, is that they blink engage and they wipe. And if you don't blink engage and have a outstanding performance, you can lose the game, right? Most of their losses, honestly, most of their games, they will be kind of like this. They pop stop early, their picks are good, they destroy most people, because most people aren't like duo queuing with the jungler. Which is an MMR hack, right? Duo queue with a good jungler. So you're able to just go in together, go in. Even if it's the tiniest amount of teamwork, it's better than none. You know what I mean? As we can see, no real macro setup, no waves pushing in. Rat Milk have to back for a left wave, back for a mid wave. Both of these waves are unanswered. And red team's just up here, ready to go in an even state. Even though they're 5-man strong, it's still just 4v4. You know what I mean? So let me move this camera because not being able to see sucks. Now he gets a pluck. Oh my god, what a crit. If blue team disengage, that's a dub, but they're not going to disengage. This is what I said before. Sieging in ranked is... sieging at 3500 MMR NA is the same as sieging in a fucking casual Brazilian game or a casual OCU game. It's dog shit. You just have to go ham. No one actually critically thinks about how to win the game. And honestly, no one critically thinks until, like, you hit, like, being the dog shit SEC team that no one wants to scream because you all suck. Like, that's the one time most people will critically think outside of SPL, right? But that doesn't even exist anymore. It is nuts. Or you're in a weird, like, plat league where everyone critically thinks but they just fucking suck anywhere. So like their mechanics aren't there, but they can think, right? See, that's where like he doesn't care about Ares at all. There's a bit more proof. Blue team, weird that they just shoved down mid. Not much else that they could do. In a real game, you probably want to be like blowing up the fire giant side of the jungle with wards, right? Completely covered. You want 10 wards on the map. But we are with Good Cullen, who gets a flank off here by the looks of it. See, the tiniest bit of teamwork. They both go on one person, make him, even if they don't kill the Hachiman, he's out of the fight, right? Benny, come on, you don't miss these, brother. He gets the 3 off. Benny, where's your 1? He gets the ult, well done. Hebo gets the solo in the jungle, unfortunate. And when Hebo comes to this fight, it looks like it's quite over. Cullen once again a monster late game. So you see a tiny bit of teamwork there. They both go on Hachiman. Even if Rat Milk gets taken down, they're able to just carry the advantage over. Simple math, carry the 1, take someone out of the fight, you win a 5v4 with 3 to spare. Will they take a tower? Are they able to take a tower? Hebo, you may think that mages suck at taking towers, but it's only a tier 2. It's not too bad. You know, and it's only an instance of 1 tower. So if you are going to siege and you feel like, oh, we didn't have an ADC, if you're only going to take 1 structure, you don't need an ADC like too badly. Obviously, if there was any form of defense, that logic does not stand. But mage is quite strong, taking a single structure. Maybe don't overstay after that. Cullen kind of overstaying, unsure why he needs to be on the map. You should be able to back quite freely. Also, selling your Chalice isn't too grief here. I think selling Chalice is fine late game. Just due to your build, should be healthy enough. And honestly, maybe 450 regens, not too bad. 3k pot is why he's staying in base. Huge power spike for Bald Head. When will he pop it? Straight away, he wants to get active. Do not get active onto the Arthur. Good, he ignores him. He finds double backline. They're letting him get his blink up. Interesting. I should be back here, right? I'm gonna guess what happened in the back, right? We'll watch this fight from 2 angles, okay? That's what we'll do. First time, we'll watch Rat Milk and how he plays the backline. This is a quite, not rare, I don't want to say it's rare occurrence, but this game, they've always been diving together, so we actually get to see Rat Milk in the backline. Also, this is a reason why I think Wombats is such a nice beginner jungler. You're able to go forward, or you're able to peel with your backline too. This game, he's playing super far back, staying close to Hebo and Shivalonke. He spots Serket. And that's just a Humbats with Heartseeker, Serrated Trans, you know, like full build Humbats, just like, that was all his ult right there. Right? Now you may think, he's not killing anyone, but the amount of pressure, tempo he's taking away from the... What? From the enemy backline was quite astounding, right? And I like how he doesn't... Okay, I don't like that he blinked on an Ares when he could blink on Hachiman right there. But he played that fight pretty patiently, pretty disciplined. Okay. Gets the ult off, gets the jump off, and here comes Rat Milk to just join in. Alright. The dirty duo Q. Hachiman's trolling, stepping up. Solo frontline ADC, disgusting. And you... King Arthur was there. He wasn't there. He was not in front. Hebo still has Aegis. The only downside about this build is how long that fire took. No crit means fire does take a little bit longer. And that's where those fucking didactic Cure and Weki will be like, yeah, if he had mannequins, he could have done fire. Yep. You're right, bro. He could have done one thing in 32 minutes. I know I'm hovering Hachi items when it's actually Shibalonke over here. But also, this build, Interesting. That's just Mega Troll by a Circuit. Nothing to get into here. I wonder if there is a way that this actually isn't too good. If there is a way that this actually isn't too good. So let's actually press tab. Oh, this isn't about spooks. Yeah, 245 attack speed. Once he gets his Death Temper, I honestly think that this could be, or Dom could be Silver Branch, either or. Rat Milk shoving out the right lane. Bolt Head has already shoved in mid. And look at this lack of discipline here. But EFG will get rid of the bird. And like I said before, the way that they siege is they just go in. You just fight. They haven't looked at mid bird yet. There's a wave there ready to take. There's no pressure. Combat does just solo wall the Arthur. Two birds down. Is it a reset? Is it a reset angle? Looks like they're going for the end. Definitely should with someone like Hebo. Hebo does so much damage, but once again, Hebo hitting a fucking god, bro. Rough game for Circuit playing it into Hebo. I know a lot of NA comp players think that Hebo counters Circuit. I used to think the opposite, to be honest, but we saw it kind of working right there. Honestly, 10-4 and 14 by Ratmilk, 14-2 and 10 by Cullen. Bloodbath of a game. And all of these kills, I swear, both of them are just Circuit just getting turned on when they ult. Like, Circuit was unable to ult that entire game, as well as Atlas not being able to do too much. In a rare occurrence, we're going to go to the details screen. I want to see the damage of these two versus the damage of Atlas also. So we look at 27k out of the Atlas, 26k from the Hachiman, 17 from the God of Macro. No wonder he hits towers, let's be honest. And again, 31's not too high either from Ratmilk. Cullen just being able to dominate the game due to Atlas / Hachiman not really being able to deal with it, as well as quite an awful game to play Circuit into these two gods. You know what I mean? And also having no follow-up in mid also sucks. This guy sucks as well. Not Benny, but I think King Arthur sucks. And like Ares into Hebo is pretty hard. Ares into Cullen sucks as well. Into Shibalonke, it's not the worst into Shibalonke, but it is what it is. I wonder, will Bolthead will be first capped if they keep duo queuing together, and if Ratmilk just keeps jungling and Bolthead. They honestly, like, it's not like they do anything crazy. They don't have any crazy strats. Once again, we go back to Ratmilk's matches. It's just consistent good gods. You know, here we look. Where is he, bro? I'm guessing right here. He's playing Hachiman, the bald head, by the way. We come over here. Kama, Tsukiyomi. They're both Jotun's gods. Here. Where are they again, bro? Ratmilk. Wonder if he's the Achilles. Well, yeah, there we go. They finally played something a bit different. But we actually reviewed this Morrigan game that this was a fucking joke of a lobby. Here, Ratmilk, Thana, Tsukiyomi, Sasano. Like, he just plays full damage solo laners by the looks of it. Or he just plays solo laners that he knows are going to do well into a matchup. Here, he's versing what in solo? Honestly, if NA just stopped trolling their lobbies and their picks by picking dumb shit, it seems fine. Here, bro. 23, 4, and 15 on Thanatos. Because there's an Anubis in the game, there's a Dan in the game, and there's a Erlang. Erlang, not too bad in comp. Lazara, obviously a good jungler, but they're not playing. Look how cookie cutter he is. He's just doing what's good. You know, he tried a bit of crit merc. No, that didn't work. Back to Jotun's Hydra's trans. Jotun's Hydra's. Oh, he did it. He even did the tech, bro. You know, not every game's winnable, but I promise that if you just do a queue with a jungler that builds good shit over and over again and doesn't get bored, you're going to be 3,500. It might take you 700 games, and it only took Him 200 games. Right. Not even. Under 150, under over. That's the parlay we're going to talk about. But anyway, 45-minute video. Fuck. That's huge. All right, let's get out of here.